If you take an oak tree seed and you put it in a 2-foot pot, that seed will never become the oak tree that oak trees are capable of becoming. Ain't nothing wrong with your seed. The seed just fell prey to the environment. Don't you allow your environment to dictate the oak tree that you become. All of y'all got this wonderful gift, but you gotta use it. Take your seed, take your gift. Get away from these people that's in your life that ain't doing nothing. Get away from people in your life that's hating. Get away from your family members that ain't ever followed their dream. Get away from them. I had to do it.
There's this quote that I remind myself of because it's helped me so much when I remember it. If a flower doesn't bloom, do you blame the flower or do you blame its environment? Right? So imagine like if this plant didn't bloom, are you going to like blame the plant and check the plant, or are you gonna check the soil? Are you gonna check the light? Are you gonna check the air around it, the humidity? Because that's the reason why the plant grows, right? So we are that flower, right? But if we're not growing or we're not sprouting or blooming the right way, what is your environment? Who are you talking to? What Instagrams are you scrolling? What things are you filled with in your feed? What's your mind constantly talking about, even if it's about your body? Even if it's constantly like when you look in the mirror and you're just fixated on that part of your body, that's poison. That's poison.
Yeah. My goddamn mustache be looking crazy, bruh. But I'm trying to get my beard so long to where the point I can braid it, bruh. That shit gonna be hard. But nah, this is my second time recording this video because first time it start tweaking. But what I was saying was, you know what I'm saying, I hopped on here for no reason at all. I didn't know what I was gonna talk about, but I ended up finding something to talk about. So you know, I like to pull lessons from the day. And the lesson from today, man. Hey, shout out my nigga Kev, man. Shout out my brother, man. It's not funny, but this man's lizard passed away. You know what I mean? RIP them lizards, man. He had 2 lizards and they passed away. And the reason was because they outgrew their tank. And he ain't upgrade their tank in time, basically. I mean, there's some other reasons, but there's some other reasons. Well, I ain't gonna expose my board like that. But the main reason was they outgrew their tank. And like, it's crazy because I was like, hey, that's a life lesson right there. Like, they end up dying because they were like trapped in a certain environment that they was just physically, mentally, they were bigger than that environment. But because that tank was so small and it was trapping them in to what they old self was used to, they end up dying. And I'm like, bruh, that's some real shit right there. On a human level, like even like on a spiritual level, cause I feel like that tank is a representation of the environments that we put ourselves in. And a lot of us might be bigger than that current environment, but still trapped in it. Like the difference between us and them lizards can't change their own tank. Them lizards can't change their own tank, but we can. We have the power to change our environments. Now, some people don't believe they do, and they just what's the right word? They just accept what is without really thinking that they can do anything about it. But that's not true. You have the power to change that. Now, now look, them lizards died because their environment wasn't conducive to who they were becoming. It's the same with us. It's the same thing with us. Like, we put ourselves in these environments, and it's cool at first, and then we start to realize, hey, this what I'm doing every day, and these people I'm around, and the situations I'm putting myself in, it's not lining up with who I want to be, where I want to go, and how I see myself in the future. Yet we do nothing about it. Yet we still stay in them environments. That is death. That is how you that's how you kill your spirit. That's how you dim your own light, man. Your soul can't shine like that. It can't shine in that environment, and yet you still in that environment. You gotta be aware when your environment is no longer conducive to who you want to be. Like for me, for example, let's say about a year, not even a year at this point, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was putting myself in environments where it just wasn't really no growth. It was the same thing every time. And a lot of times I found myself in the same exact predicament. Literally, like, I'm like, bruh, this is the same. How long have I been doing this same routine? How many times have I been on this couch high as shit and we ain't doing shit? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, bruh, I done been here too many times. Like, and there's nothing has changed. It's the same thing every time. We sitting on this couch, we smoking weed, we matching. It's some bullshit on the TV, we playing the game. We might be clowning, having a good time. But what is we really doing? We not really growing. We not making no money. We not talking about business. Like, and eventually I'm like, bro, I can't do this no more. Like, I can't do this no more. It's like, I'm not growing. Like, we're not going nowhere doing this. So you know what I did? I had to get out that tank. I had to change my environment. And it wasn't nothing crazy. I didn't move to a new place. I'm in the same apartment that I'm in now. Like, I was putting myself in different situations that just wasn't helping me grow. So what I did was I cut the weed out. Well, really, I didn't. At first, it took me a minute to really stop smoking weed. I ain't gonna lie. What I did at first was I just stopped. I told people I don't smoke, and I was still smoking. You know what I mean? I'm just like, basically at the end, like what I was doing. I was telling motherfuckers, nah, bro, I don't smoke. So motherfuckers stop hitting me up for me to match and shit. So I can't be in them environments if I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers hit me up to match. Nah, I'm cool, bro. Like, I got this and that to do. Like, and then eventually shit start changing for me. Like, shit really start going different. Like, I start getting shit really start changing once I really put all that shit down and just really decided to lock in on my craft. Like, that's when shit really start changing. You know what I mean? But my point is, I use my willpower to switch the environments and situations I was putting myself in order to grow. Like, who I am today versus who I was a year and a half ago, completely different people. And the reason why is because I was able to change my environment. Now, if anything, it was more of a mental thing. Like, I had to make my mind up first before I could change my environment. And like I said, I'm in that same apartment, just on a whole different wavelength. Like, look at these books over here. I done picked up hella books since fucking a year and a half ago. And actually been taking the time to read these motherfuckers. Now, actually, I haven't read every book over there, but like what I'm saying is, if I was still doing the same shit I was doing a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I didn't give a fuck about them books, bro. I'm zooted. Nigga, I ain't trying to read. I'm trying to sleep. Nigga, I ain't trying. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta change your environment, bro. You get around different people on some who really about something and who really on something and want to elevate in life. Like, that's who you want to be around, bro. Like, that's the tank you want to be in. That's the tank you can really grow in. You know what I mean? Like, really thrive in instead of dying out like my nigga Kaz Lizards. That's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. R.I.P. them lizards, man. But yeah, bro. More of the story is you outgrowing your tank. And if you outgrowing your tank, it's time to get a new one. It's time to put yourself in some better situations. Get in a new environment, your life will change, man. I'm experiencing this shit right now, bro. I really been hanging around some wealthy individuals, bro, and it's like, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy how I even met them. Man. Feel me? Like, I changed my listen. I'm about to tell y'all what I did to get around these individuals. These driven individuals, these positive mindset individuals, you know what I'm saying? These hungry individuals. This is what I did. So it's crazy because, like, this is how it's happened. I went to a business conference called Black Equity Con. That joint was in Miami. It was back in June, right? That's a whole new environment for me. That's my first business conference. Entrepreneurs out the ass in there. Entrepreneurs on stage, entrepreneurs in the audience. Everywhere you look, entrepreneurs. Like, that's the environment I wanted to be in, and I put myself in that environment. I went out there on a dolo trip, on a dolo mission. Your boy went out there on a dolo mission, man, with some money I saved up from working a goddamn a warehouse job 10 hours a day, but look, this what happened. I went out there and I end up meeting somebody from here, from Columbus. I met them in Miami. And it's so crazy because I went up to bro to tell him I liked his shirt. I genuinely liked his shirt. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, let me go tell bro I'm fucking with it. I walk up to bro. I'm like, hey bro, I fuck with that shirt, bro. Where you get it from? He told me this and that, and we just start chatting. Turn out, bro from Columbus. He like, yeah. From I tell him I do videography, he like, yeah, we looking for a videographer. No, he was like, let me tell you what happened first. Like, I told him I'm from Columbus. He's like, what? Me too, type shit. Like, I'm like, no way, bro. I ain't think nobody from Columbus was gonna be in this bug. But that one person, it just took one person, like, right? So he like, yeah, for me, I'm in a group with six figure earners, like high 6-figure earners, like, we looking for a cameraman. I'm like, oh yeah, say no more. So for me, I gave him my contact information, and that was that. And then, feel me, a few months later, I'm doing business with these individuals, these wealthy individuals, and all it took was that one change of environment, bro. That one change of environment, and it was just up from there. Like, it's crazy. And now I've been around these these individuals so often. It's like, that's the type of environment I want to be in. Like, and it's like, in order to get into an environment like that, you have to offer some type of value. Like, if I ain't know how to do this camera stuff, they won't be messing with me. Let's be honest. Like, and that's okay, because like I want to have something to offer. I don't just want to be around just to be around, just to sit around. Like, I want to offer some type of value to them, because they, at the end of the day, they offering me value without even trying. Like I'm editing a podcast for them right now, and they giving the game. They talking they talking that talk, that wealth talk. You know what I mean? And just like it's just the type of environment I want to be in. And all it took was me getting out that tank, switching the tank. And it's crazy because the week before I even went to Miami, I'm telling Dusky, shout out my homie Dusky, shout out my brother. I'm talking to Dusky like, bro, it's some wealthy black individuals in Columbus, bro. We're just not in the same environments that they be in. Like, that's all we need to do is get her in them type of environments, bro. And a week later, I'm in the environment. I'm in Miami and I meet somebody from Columbus. And it was just up from there. Like, it's crazy, bro. And these bulls done put me on so much game already. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. So all I'm saying is 2 years ago versus now, crazy change. Think about 2 years from now, bro. If I just keep changing, if I just keep getting them environments, bro, keep growing, keep getting out my tank, man, keep elevating, it's just up from there, man. Bruh. End of the day, man, don't let your current environment kill you, bro. You have to change. Like, you have to grow out of your current environment. You have to be aware that motherfucker is killing you. Your current environment may just be killing you. Ask yourself this: is my current environment conducive to where I want to be? Is it conducive to my goals and how I see myself and where I see myself in the future? Really ask yourself this. Is my daily routine and the people I'm around on a daily and the things I'm doing in the daily and the environments I'm putting myself in on the daily, is it conducive to where I want to be? Is it conducive to my goals and my dreams? And if it's not, it's time to make some changes, bro. It's time to switch that environment. It's time to grow. Because if you ain't growing, you're dying. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. Spent bars and I ain't even trying. Ooh, hold on. Running nigga over. I'm feeling like a lineman. Yeah. Yeah, run it back up. Perfect timing. Yeah. It's like, nah, I ain't gonna do the. We're gonna get y'all this heat, man. But yeah, that's all I had to say, man. Get on here, man. Speak my mind right quick. I'm really fucking with these videos, man. Because if you know me, I don't talk much, bro. I'm an observer. Like, I'd rather just pay attention and soak information in, ask the right questions when they need to be asked, But for real, I'm soaking up the game, bro. So when I get to come on here and speak my mind, man, for me, it's a beautiful thing. Like, I get to express my views and just give them to the world because I don't get to do that too often, man. So if you're enjoying these videos, man, let me know. Drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe to your boy, man. I'm gonna keep them coming, man. And even if you don't do that, I'm probably gonna still keep. Not even probably. I'm gonna keep them coming because this shit beastie for real. So yeah, holla at me. Follow me on the gram at Keon2Nasty. DM your boy. I mean, let's chat it up, man. Let's talk about life. Let me hear your views on some topics, man. I like conversations like these. I like deep conversations, man. I ain't really with the small talk for real. Make sure y'all tuning in to STB Network. Feel me? Follow STB Network on the gram. Follow STB Network on YouTube. Feel me? Tap in with our podcast. Yeah, man, it's up. It's up there. I'm out of here. Gang.